Welcome to I Heart Geek.
And welcome to a very, very Christmassy episode of I Heart Geek. Now, before we get the introductions and everything else, I want to do something a little special. I need everybody to go down, because this happened to everybody that's on the screen right now. You're going to go down, you're going to hit the subscribe button. And when you do, there's going to be a light that shines down. I know it happened to Christina. I know that Chris over there, he won the lottery as soon as he hit that subscribe button. Satomi, she got like 7,000 new parts. It was great. So if you guys can hit that subscribe button, good things will happen to you. Nothing good happened to Blythe because he's a Grinch. I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm not even
Yeah, it actually rejected Dub's subscribe. I don't know what happened. We were looking at it, and every time he clicked it, it just threw it out into the bin. So
that means only cool people get to subscribe. So find out how cool you are and hit the subscribe button.
If you hit the subscribe right now, you'll have the light shine on it. Ready?
Ooh, that's impressive.
Right, so it's a power.
We are doing our super Christmassy Santa Claus threw up all over everywhere edition of the Christmas.
Santa Claus threw up on a reindeer.
Coming home from my house because he'd been drinking.
That's what happens when you eat too many cookies and milk and then fly at ridiculously high speeds.
That's true.
It's bound to happen.
It is going to happen. Okay, let me introduce the panelists today.
Oh, I love it.
This is a huge and fun group. I'm Dub, and yeah, I'm not important. Let's talk. Okay, let's see. We have Miss the Cheeky Chi. Christina, how are you doing today? And Merry Christmas.
I am caffeinated, and I am thrilled about Christmas, and I brought something special. So you have
the Rankin Bass Christmas special.
Yes.
You know that's something we should have done a long time ago. Let's see. Let's talk, Mr. Chris. How are you doing today, sir?
I am also well caffeinated, drinking out of my favorite mug. It's Tired and Grumpy. It's a lifestyle, not a choice. But anyway,
How did you get Blythe's mug?
That's me right now.
I know we just met, and he's like, "Here, you should have this mug." But no, I am super excited for the holiday season. As you can see, my apartment is all festive. I'm festive, and I can't wait to talk about Christmas right now.
Nice. Miss Satomi, how are you doing today?
I am truly, madly, deeply happy to be here, and truly, madly, deeply in love with every Rankin and Bass Christmas special ever. As a matter of fact, I try to watch all of them except for the animated Frosty the Snowman. No,
really?
No.
With Burl Ives?
No.
Freaking Burl Ives.
No, Frosty the Snowman. That's the animated one. You need the stop motion ones.
Oh, we can't be friends anymore.
So are you talking about the one that had the sequels with John Goodman, I think, played him once? And
No.
There's a
just
cartoon
shut your lying
version.
mouth.
No, seriously, I have it. It's in my iTunes library.
Frosty and Crystal.
I don't know what it is. There's
No.
there was Frosty Returns, and then another Frosty.
Yeah, those are no good. Those are no good. No. You need Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer, Rudolph Shiny New Year, Year Without a Santa Claus.
In the geek world, there's room for everybody.
Yes, there is, except for in my library.
Oh, well, fair enough. Okay, that's why I'm glad that our computers have so much more space than they used to have.
Hey, listen, I want it that way. I'm gonna have it that way.
I want it that way.
Because she
Nice.
subscribed.
Tell me why.
Sorry.
Oh, Blythe, top that.
The snowman.
How are you doing? I see you got all festive on us.
You did.
I did for
Did
you.
you steal that from somebody's
for you,
house?
Dub. Yeah, I did. I stole it right off the side of their house and then tore everything down and put it in a sack.
Oh,
I actually took it straight from Whoville. That's where I went and got it
Oh.
from. But I won't give it back at the end. I'm doing all right, except for you spoiled the most magical thing that a child could give his father, and that's a few extra hours of sleep.
Was he actually sleeping this morning?
He was
That's
sleeping.
why I didn't call you.
And Terrible comes, she's like, "You gotta get up. It's 8:30. Your cast is about to start." And I look at my phone, and You texted me. Courtney texted me. Your wife called me. He got his wife in on it, guys.
We're jerks.
What
But,
Blythe's not
um,
telling you is the text I sent him said, the ball man says I have to text you now.
Yeah, she did blame it on you.
Yeah, figures. Okay, and finally, Miss Courtney, how are you doing today? And then we have stuff to talk about.
I'm here. I'm aside Christmas balls.
She's been wanting to say that because she can get away with it because it's completely clean because there are Christmas ball ornaments on her background. Nice. And her Sally Jesse Raphael Christmas glasses. It's awesome.
You say that joke every time I wear these glasses, but I think the listeners need to know that you're the one that told me to wear the red glasses today.
You have
It's
no
true.
proof of that. I was
That's-
not
It's
recording
true.
I will
That's
back
where
that
He
up.
told you.
I
to
will
wear
back
that.
that
Other
up.
people in this
Thanks,
room.
guys. Thanks. I appreciate
that's where
all
Dub
that.
is right now. He needs
Thanks,
to
guys.
set up his jokes 30 minutes beforehand.
30 I've been telling this joke for like 6 months. I need 6 months of
Right.
There-
prep time. I don't mind, and they're not that good to end with, so that kind of sucks.
That's all right.
Okay,
We'll
now-
listen to them anyways, Dad.
there is a game that is going to be happening, and it starts right now. Okay, I gave everyone except for me has a special challenge on this episode. It's something very different for every single person. So if you want to play along at the end, we're going to reveal what everybody's individual challenge to do on this episode was. So play along, have fun. And this is why things might get a little Christmassy, eggnoggy weird at this point.
Ooh, I have eggnog in the fridge.
You
I don't know
would.
why. Things are always a little Christmassy, eggnoggy weird around here.
Mm. It's the title of my new play.
Christmassy, eggnog.
Christmassy
Eggnog.
eggnog weird.
Oh,
Nice.
I will go see that.
That's a good one.
What a one-woman show, really.
I will for sure go see that.
Okay.
Bring a garbage bag to cover yourself as it's going on.
Right.
So we have done a couple of Christmas movies this year as part of our lead up to Christmas, and I promise we will never do this again as a lead up to Christmas. We'll just have the one Christmas episode because it's a bit much. But saying that, I want to ask, what is your guys' favorite Christmas movie and why? Let's start with the Cheeky Chee.
Always. I want to hear everybody else's. Can I go later?
I guess.
Okay.
Okay, Christina. I'm kidding. Courtney, go ahead.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Why?
I love Jimmy Stewart. He's literally one of my favorites. And I mean, it's like, yes, it's a classic. And as you get older, like you used to watch it as your kid because it was on TV 47 times.
Mm-hmm. At least.
In one day. But as I got older and I would rewatch it, there's a whole lot more in it that you get.
Mm-hmm. It's deep.
So each time you watch it, it's great.
Very good.
Yo, building alone.
Chris, what about you, sir?
What is Christmas? What is a movie? What is a Christmas movie? I think the perfect
That's
Christmas movie
So existential.
is Die Hard. Yes. Listen,
Oh,
it's
I
Bruce
bet you have
Willis.
pineapple on
Bruce-
your pizza too.
I
Bruce,
knew.
Bruce Willis, flies in from New York to see his wife at Nakatomi Plaza.
Does she?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen? Oh, it's a wonderful Christmas movie. Bruce Willis is in it. Alan Rickman's in it.
I believe you, honey. It's okay.
The guy from Family Matters is in it. But it's a wonderful holiday romp where Bruce Willis saves the day. So my answer for what is my favorite Christmas movie, it is a tie between Die Hard and Love Actually.
Oh.
Wow, that's a mix.
Oh, we're gonna have to rethink our relationship now, Chris. I mean, Die Hard.
There's a lot of
Oh.
unfriending going on this episode
What?
awfully early on.
I don't
Right.
think what a lot of the community, because a lot of the community would agree with Chris that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but what they don't really know is that it's not so much a Christmas movie as it is a rom-com about a man who loves air vents.
Yes.
That's really what.
Oh.
Oh. So tell me, what about you?
Well, listen, first of all, Chris, don't stop believing, okay? I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I actually have a double as well. So I have a long-lasting love affair with Year Without a Santa Claus because I can listen to Heat Miser and Snow Miser do their dang songs over and over again. I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Sun.
Why do I
Right.
think of
Do-do-do-do.
Batman? I hear Batman.
But a little bit. But my new favorite, and it did not start as a favorite, but has grown on me to the point where I cannot wait to watch it every year, and that's Elf. And
Good one.
there's just so much Will Ferrell is being Will Ferrell, except there's such an innocent joy about everything that he does in that. I could watch it all night long.
Very good. Blythe.
Like all night long.
All night. Blythe, go ahead, sir.
Is that the sound the sun and the ice make when they come together? Because my favorite, and Satomi, you kind of beat me to it, is Year Without a Santa Claus. I love that song. That song is like the epitome of my memory as a kid growing up with all the Christmas specials and things coming up. That probably is the most catchiest song that any of those specials had ever given us. So that's definitely my favorite Christmas movie.
Nice. Okay,
Heck
now, Christina, now can we come back to you?
Now we can come back to me. Okay, so don't judge. I have 3. There's 3 that I absolutely have to watch every year. Every year. The first one is The Polar Express. That story just really resonated with me from my growing up years. And so we watch it every Christmas Eve as a family, and we have peppermint cocoa, and we all get up and dance when they sing Hot Chocolate. We don't care. Then it is, of course, Rudolph from Rankin and Bass and all the others, but Rudolph is absolutely phenomenal. I love the story. It's dated a little bit, but the story is timeless, right? And then because it was inspired by Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, my third movie that I have to watch every year is Elf. It's genius. It's brilliant. And I can watch it 4 or 5 times in a week and not get tired of it. It's also the only Christmas movie I'll watch in the off season.
Fair enough.
Is there a reason why we're doing the episode this way and not having Satomi just sing Christmas songs the whole time? That's where it sounds like she was ready to come in for.
I feel like
Christmas
this was a
karaoke.
missed opportunity.
I didn't want to pay for
Why
the
didn't we
rights.
cut an I Heart Geek Christmas album next year? Next year,
You know
I
what,
Heart
just-
Geek Christmas album.
Just plug a 1/4-inch cable into my brain and you can hear the jukebox that's constantly going on.
There you go.
Nice. Okay, so let's go on. This one's a little bit more different. But what is your favorite holiday memory? Yeah, I'll do mine last. So let's start with Blythe on this one. What is your favorite holiday memory?
My favorite holiday memory.
You knew it was coming, you know.
Yeah, I just don't have one.
This explains so much about you, Blythe.
You will, because it'll be Benny's first Christmas.
Yeah,
Yes, it
Ben.
will.
I think Ben will definitely drive home those memories for me. I mean, I have lots of memories with just family. Like, this is the best time of year to where I have a lot of extended family in Texas, and we would go out there some Christmases, and we have a lot of cousins and stuff. So some of my best memories of Christmas is just going out there, all hanging out and just being together. It was a lot of fun growing up with a lot of cousins because you have a lot of people to just hang out with and play with and things like that. So
I'm always amazed by people who have like those gigantic families because my family's always been very, very small. So when you'd hear about these massive get-togethers of like, my 20 cousins were there. I'm like, how did you do that?
yep,
That
that's
was-
how it was.
That's how it was when I
Lot of
grew up.
baseball in the summertime.
Lots of cousins, and now we've all of the cousins have now had children within like a year of each other for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
now they're
Yeah.
going to have a lot of cousins, which I'm so excited for. I'm so excited for Ben to be able to have the same kind of experiences I did.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom was the oldest of 13, and I'm the second oldest of 11. So
Well,
And they were
huge
all
family.
and they were all
I'm
in the
outta
house
here,
at the same
guys.
time.
Child.
Huge family.
Sweet
I thought I had a
Well,
lot with
I'm
7
outta here.
cousins or 6 cousins, but
Yeah. So tell me, what about you?
I have to say, we were actually looking at this last night. Every year, my dad would set up a model train set. And when I say a model train set, I don't mean like, here it is on the kitchen table. I mean, he got out this massive special table that he built that took up half of the very long 70s living room, which is
was
essentially
it the
the
old
size.
metal kind of train?
The table, no, it was like it had,
No, the train. The
the
train.
train. Oh yes, the
So it's
old
probably
metal
like my
kinds.
dad had one of
The little
those.
people and the
Choo
little
choo.
houses.
Yep.
And,
Nice.
yep. And we'd run them off the track.
Oh, yeah.
But I love it so much that I have a feeling in the next few years I'll start my own collection and start setting one up myself every year because it makes me happy.
I
That's
love
awesome. Very cool.
Nice.
it. Love it.
Chris?
What is a holiday? Better yet, why is a holiday? Is it just a day we pick on a calendar to celebrate things? And then there's this question: what is a memory? Is it a photograph that just sits in your mind in the scrapbook of things? When I look back at my holiday scrapbook of memories, I fondly remember the following.
Die Hard.
Die Hard the movie.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Son of a
There's
gun.
that. In college, for my undergrad, I was part of an all men's choir, and every year we would go into New York City and get like $2 pizza and beer and just go caroling around like all the landmarks and hope the NYPD wouldn't chase us away. But those days were fun. Also, more recently, my family, like my mom, my dad, my brother, we never really like did like our own Christmas dinner. So now that I'm dating my fiance, I've had the nice fortune of the last 5-6 years to just experience like a normal Christmas and just to like sit down and have a nice Christmas dinner and just feel happy and all those wonderful things. And I guess if there was one other memory to reminisce upon, it would have to be also a memory from college. Every year, we would do this concert called Carols and Song. It was with the men's choir and the SATB choir.
So what you're saying is this one time at Christmas band camp?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Except this concert was in this beautiful little chapel built in the 1780s. It all red walls. We would actually go in and decorate the chapel. Like the students would decorate the chapel for this concert, and it had this beautiful, like 1900s pipe organ, which was just when it played, it rumbled the whole building, and the music was beautiful. Like it was like we had your normal Christmas carols. We'd have carols that everyone, like even the patrons, got to sing, and then we had all these like cool little music theory-ish like atonal music pieces. So those are the three that stick out.
Very good. Christina?
Well, I'm not a big fan of pipe organs, but I have two. When do I not throw more at you? My first one is we always used to perform at the Elsinore Theater here in town, and I always had one particular piece that was a lot of fun to do, and we did Deck the Halls. And I would get up there in my fancy little gown, and I would be like, deck the halls with boughs of holly. And then 12 men with kazoos would go. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, the kazoo.
I made a lot of
The most underappreciated of all the instruments.
Right?
No, that and the accordion. The accordion, yeah.
And it was always so much fun. These people are still my friends, lifelong friends, and just really great memories. And the other one was my daughter is almost a Christmas baby, December 6th. The first year she was born, I was exhausted. I was tired. Nothing was decorated. And my husband conspired against me, and he made my mom drag me out shopping for an entire day. My mom didn't drive, so I was her chauffeur. And we argued and we fussed, and we finally pull up to my house at the end of the day. And my sisters, my brothers, this is the part about having a great big family, Satomi, that's amazing. They had all worked with my husband, decorated the inside, the outside of my house. It was like a Hallmark moment, and I hate Hallmark, so what does that tell you?
Ooh, those fighting words.
I'm sorry, Christina, but we're done.
I'm so
Satomi
sorry.
has now taken your place. I accept you back, Satomi. Christina's out now.
I'm back in the fold.
You're back
Hey,
in the
man,
fold
love
Why are
because
you
that
picking
old,
favorite
okay?
kids? That's not okay.
You're all
I'm
right,
allowed-
Christina, because Courtney decided to not watch The Mandalorian to make sure that she watched Hallmark. So we know where her priorities are,
Well,
and they're not right. They're not.
actually, dear, I watched The Mandalorian last night, but I think the one of us that
Beat it.
was able to get up and be here on time shouldn't be picking on the other one.
That's
Somebody's
You
got
know what?
grounded.
What? Oh my god!
This is the first time I've ever used this, and I promised I would never do it. You don't have a kid.
It's true. I will give you that. I will give you that.
Shots fired.
That's
Nice.
actually why I didn't call you, because I was afraid I would wake up the baby.
What, Courtney? What do you want?
Right?
You know what
Like,
last night was like.
Dub's like, you can call him if you want. I'm like, I'm not waking up the baby.
She's like,
So-
what if Ben's asleep?
So he told you that you could call me, but he didn't call me himself.
Exactly.
Okay, let's be honest.
Oh.
Y'all have known me for a long time. How much do I talk on the phone? Other than Courtney, we talk. But I hate
You talk to me when
talking
you're
on the
at
phone
work all the time.
because I'm bored.
So
I
this
text.
is Christmas,
I text.
y'all.
Yes.
I know. It's
Christmas at iHeartGeek.
This is our weird
Yes.
dysfunctional family.
But what is Christmas? What is this podcast? What is iHeartGeek? Do we have time to discuss
Oh,
these things?
dude.
And Courtney,
Yeah.
I choose to love you anyway.
I know. I understand that my love of the Hallmark is not normal.
So is that your Christmas tradition there, Courtney? Is the Hallmark movies?
No, we used to have favorite Christmas moment. I have one serious one and one fun one. So we'll go with the fun one and maybe not the serious one. My favorite fun Christmas memory is, and I don't know how many people, Chris, you probably all have no idea, and Christina, you might not know, but a long time ago, back when
A
dinosaurs
galaxy far,
ruled-
far away.
yeah, when dinosaurs ruled the earth, the MGM casino here had a theme park.
Yep.
I was in high school at the time, and when they opened at Christmas, they decorated the entire park for Christmas, obviously, but they asked local community groups to perform. So my orchestra went because I was in the orchestra, and I just remember being so cold because if you've ever tried to play the violin in 40-degree weather, because it was really cold that year for Vegas, it was really cold because you can't put your gloves on when you're playing. You have to have bare hands. It just doesn't work. But we got to, in between sets, we would walk around and play in the theme park and then go have fun. And then we'd go back and play another set.
Nice.
cool.
No, mine was my big family. My grandparents had 4 kids, and then out of that, there's between 4 and 3 kids with every one of those. So I had a lot of cousins, and every Christmas Eve
Amateur.
at 6 o'clock. Shut up. At 6 o'clock, we all pile over there, and it was like the apocalypse of Christmas paper flying everywhere, and all these kids going nuts. We're fighting each other. I mean, I remember the year they got me and my cousin that was the closest age to me boxing gloves, and everyone thought it was great to put money on us. Did that tell you anything about my family?
Explains a lot.
Those
no
were
wonder the
great
Christmas
families.
story's your favorite.
that scene, you know which scene? Freaking.
Mhm.
Yeah, that happened. I'm not. several times growing up, I think. But that is honestly, that is one of my, not only my favorite Christmas memories, that's one of my favorite memories. Until my grandfather passed, and then it just didn't happen anymore. And then, I moved away, and yeah, that's the sad part. Speaking of the sad part, everybody knows everything's changing right now. And hopefully this is the last year that we have to do this, but what are you guys having to do for changes to your Christmas routine? And are you finding things to fill up these holes? Let's start with Satomi on this one.
Well, actually, I'm usually working on Christmas every year. We get Christmas Eve off, but you have to be very careful how much you eat because you have to fit into a costume the next day.
So you're going to
And
eat like a pig this year.
I mean, there's going to be some throwdown going.
Nice.
But, and
Love it.
I will say that just yesterday I was looking out at the beautiful snow and the
Without the
piles and the
snowmen, yeah.
black ice. No, we had a snowman. We just didn't build it. There were complete with the top hat and everything. It's adorable. And it's close enough to our house that we can kind of pretend that we did, Oh, what a cute snowman. Thank you. But I was looking at all the snow and thinking about how delightful that I won't have to trudge through it to get to work because y'all, we never shut down the show. The only way fandom ever gets shut down is if the city calls it. So, I've literally done the show and walked back to to my apartment in thigh-high snow. So, I'm looking out, and honestly, this year it's like, oh, I got to stay warm and cozy. It's so nice. Though I miss my peeps.
Love it.
Yeah.
That was a long answer. Sorry.
It's all good.
All right.
Good.
I got
I got-
Good answer.
Okay.
Christina, what is yours?
So like every year.
Okay, yeah, let's not do this. Yeah.
Oh my God, play.
All of us talk like that right now.
Oh my God.
Totally.
Santa, for Christmas, can you make this moment go back so I never have to hear this again?
You did it. You started it.
I did.
You have the edit button,
Boys
know,
and girls,
I
we
still
have
have
a
to
new
sit and listen
Christmas
to it to
tradition
edit
for
it.
Dub. So we are big on experiences. When our kids became adults, we started doing experiences. So normally we're the ones in the seats at the theaters. So we go see all of our local shows. We go up to Portland while everything's shut down. So we're renting a big SUV and we're going to Portland International Raceway, and we're going to drive through and look at the lights and, go drive around looking at Christmas lights this year. So that's our adjustment. And I have a little more money in my bank account because I'm the one buying the tickets, y'all.
Oh, that helps.
So we're doing tattoos this year.
Ooh.
Ooh, like
Yeah.
I survived 2020.
That's the greatest Christmas present anybody could give.
Got a roll of toilet paper.
Well, some people give diamonds. They last forever. So does the tattoo. The tattoo is cheaper.
Yes, but you have to take care of it.
You have to take care of it.
Moisturize, people. Moisturize.
I have a few of them. Okay, let's see who we have. We got to Courtney.
Moisturize. What was the question?
what are you having to change this year?
I'm just having a good time, so I'm not really paying attention.
This is actually a really fun show that we don't have to pay
enjoy
attention
myself
to.
today.
Honey, it's good enough for you. It's good enough for me.
This is definitely the background for everybody this year.
I didn't put up a tree this year, and I didn't decorate. I watched Christmas movies, but that was it. The hard thing is usually we go over to my brother's. I go over to my brother and sister-in-law's house, and we open presents with my nieces. I can't do that this year. So we're exploring the possibility of doing it via Hangouts.
It's
So
better
that
than
we
nothing.
can watch the girls, so I can watch the girls open their presents. The other thing is my brother has those big, those big like heater lamp things that restaurants have.
Uh-huh.
He has a couple of those. So we're toying with the notion of maybe putting them in the backyard, and then we all mask up and go hang out in the backyard, and then that way we can actually see each other. Because my brother's an attorney, so he's out in the public all the time. And my father and my mother are they're high risk because of their age and everything. So it's like they have to kind of stay away just in case. And a couple people in my brother's office got COVID. So it's like, we're just trying to keep the distancing, but still be able to see the little girls open their Christmas presents. So.
Nice.
Ironically, that's actually the one good thing. I had COVID in March and April, and I'm immune compromised. So if I hadn't had it in March and April when the weather was better and everything, I wouldn't get to see my kids right now.
Yeah.
But I have the antibodies, so one positive. Hey.
Okay, let's jump out of that one. Blythe, what about you, bud?
Ours isn't changing.
Yours changes completely, actually.
I mean, ours changes completely because we have Ben. But as far as what we normally do, we usually keep it low key anyway on Christmas. Usually Thanksgiving is the bigger holiday where we get all the family that's in the city together. But Christmas we usually keep it to us and my parents, and we just go over to either's house, enjoy some breakfast, and just open presents and be together. So not too much is changing this year for us.
Cool. What about you, Chris? I'm afraid to ask.
Can I open it? Wait, hold on. Before he does this, can I open it up like a book? Flip, with all the pages, as if opening a nice Christmas novel.
Yes. Why, it's yours, Ebenezer. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
What is change? What is a pandemic? What is this year? We've had to do a lot of things this year because normally for Christmas, we start like Satomi for the last few years. We normally have Christmas Eve off, and then we'd go to New York, sing and dance for everyone, and then come back.
And then do 14 more shows in a row.
Yeah, without a break or a day off. But we got that extra holiday pay.
Only if you did all of them.
Yeah. So usually, like for the last couple of years, I go into the city, come back, and then just prepare myself for 2 weeks of the marathon of shows. Before I joined Phantom, what my fiance and I would do is we'd start the morning by visiting my family over in the suburbs in Jersey, and then we drive back here to Jersey City. And
that sounded like a dirty word when he said that. In Jersey. Sorry.
In Jersey.
Toxic Adventure. That's the only thing I know from
And Bruce Springsteen's from Jersey, but that's a different.
Yeah, same difference. Toxic Adventure, same difference.
Those are fighting words.
Oh, East Coasters. Sorry, guys.
No, I feel you're in the wrong in that as well.
He has like 2 good songs. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That is some funky Cold Regina.
What is a hit song? What is a hit album? What is an artist? But for this year, that is not how he sounds.
He kind of sounds like Blythe when he woke up. Sorry, go ahead.
This coming from the guy that listens to baby metal all the time.
I love baby metal. you can shut your dirty mouth.
I'll play a little baby metal after this show, guys, and then you can
awesome.
where he's
awesome.
at.
Baby metal is good, but anyway, for this year, with the pandemic and the world being on fire and everything, we've had to this year for Thanksgiving, it was so relaxing because normally Thanksgiving is kind of like the same thing with Phantom because we would eat in the early afternoon and then have to go do a show. So
feeling like a stuffed sausage or like the Michelin Man where you can't quite walk.
Basically.
Yeah.
So I guess the only thing that's changing is instead of going to see my family in the suburbs, we're going to do a Zoom call with the relatives I'm friendly with, and then we're just going to spend the day at my fiance's parents' house, which just happens to be 3 blocks from where we live. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just having like a nice, relaxed Christmas. And as much as I miss the show, I'm not gonna miss the 2-week marathon that we do.
No,
Yeah.
the one that
But-
everybody pushes through and goes, "We made it," and then everybody
everyone
is out
gets sick.
sick after.
It sounds like you two get
Well,
actually
that's
kind of
because-
positive off of all of it.
Right?
Yeah.
We all buy tickets for people for Christmas. So we need those 2 weeks. That's our recovery time, Chris. How do you not understand this, my friend? Yes, go see a show. Leave me alone.
I mean, what is a show though? Is it something that you can go to a theater and watch, or is it something you can watch at home, or is it both, or is it virtual reality?
Nice.
You're
Okay,
wrong.
I gotta
Christina,
You're
catch
just
y'all off.
wrong, Chris. You're just wrong.
Don't worry, I'll be there for you.
I know. This is why I love you.
Oh,
I'm gonna be like, so Tommy, today's my brother's birthday. He needs a happy birthday song.
I got to cut y'all off now because we got to jump over to our listener feedback.
I can't.
Go ahead. Breathe for a second. It's all good.
And now, let's see what all of our geek rock stars have to say.
And for our listener feedback today, we had a metric poop ton of listener feedback.
We should have made that
That was
his
pretty nice.
challenge, that he couldn't say the P word the entire show.
Right?
He can't go through a show without saying the P
And I
word.
will say,
If
we
somebody
had a
would have
lot.
challenged me, I would have done it.
Listen,
Go
guys,
ahead.
don't
Courtney.
go chasing waterfalls.
I feel that it's not. I think there might be a little exaggeration with metric poop ton on this. I mean, there is a lot, but I think it's a little exaggeration. Maybe bring it down a notch.
There was a metric
There's a lot.
kilogram.
There's a lot.
Okay, there was a lot. But we're only going to read a couple because we are like way over time today.
Yeah, so
So go
I
ahead,
don't-
Courtney.
if I don't read your name, you know the deal. So thank you, but sorry, you didn't make the cut. Anyways,
Whoa! Merry Christmas, everybody.
the
Ooh.
question was, what's your
Good
favorite
job,
holiday
Courtney.
tradition? Thank you. So James Gattenby says going up to the mountain on Black Friday and cutting down a tree. Regardless of what big retail and Starbucks says, to me it's the first day of the Christmas season, and I've been doing this tradition since I was a kid, so it serves as a kind of a through line or anchor around the otherwise shifting sea of change. Kimberly Romine had two, but I'm going to read her second one because it's my favorite of the bunch. Her second favorite is watching Die Hard with Tyler. We made that a tradition a few years back.
No, Chris, stop.
I think it's nice to have a tradition for just the two of us that doesn't necessarily include the kids. Christmas becomes a lot about the kids, and it's nice to share something that's just with us. Danielle Ariana says Christmas Day, going to the movies and then Chinese takeout for dinner.
Yum.
Being Jewish, it's something she did in order to have something to do growing up, as to not have to feel left out, so to speak. Now, in her old age, she celebrates Christmas, the secular part of it. So the presents in the morning, which includes matching Christmas pajamas from her mom,
Love
and
it.
then a movie and a takeout. Tradition! Sorry, I had to do that.
Dun-dun.
And that, unfortunately, is all we have time for. But I want to, one more time, thank you, everybody, for all of your great listener feedback. You guys have a lot of fantastic traditions out there.
We really appreciate it, guys. Now we are going to jump on to our very unconventional main event.
This whole show's been unconventional.
Now it's time for the main event.
Okay, so for our main event, we decided to forego our top 5 list, and we're just going to discuss our favorite characters that we only see around Christmas time, which I think is so geek-centric. I know Christina is literally like twitching to say something. Go ahead.
Yes. I was going to say my favorite character is Chris because I don't know, maybe my anti-character this time. Like, dude, I don't know. You're like all over the place. And normally we like totally sync and vibe, but you're killing me today. Like Die Hard, pipe organs. Like I don't even understand it.
It's the coffee.
Die Hard
we'll blame
playing a pipe organ.
Yeah. Die Hard pipe organ. Die Hard.
They're always hard because they're made of metal. Anyways,
But
go ahead.
Absolutely. Other than that, it is Rudolph. He will always have my heart. That poor little misfit. He spoke to me as a child.
Outstanding. Well, I want to throw in one of my favorite things, and everyone knows Elf on the Shelf, right? I don't not like Elf on the Shelf. I think it's stupid. However, I love this. Is my favorite thing on the internet around Christmas time is all the parodies of Elf on the Shelf. Yeah, it kills me. I thank you guys for doing these because these are usually so bad and so amazing at the same time. The Frank Sinatra was stretching.
That's a little stretching.
That was stretchy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even going to say that one. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things that comes around Christmas time. Just it's silly, I know, but I love them. Let's see. What about you, Chris?
What is a character?
Oh, here we go again.
Like he has to prep himself for it.
Why do they only have to come around at Christmas time? Why can't they just be here all year?
Because the Nakatomi Tower closes for the rest of the year.
That is true.
And some of us can't handle it all year.
Speak for yourself.
I have two.
Okay.
Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf.
Nice.
And John McClane from Die Hard.
There it is.
See, and I love Elf, but Buddy is my least favorite character.
Oh.
But I love Elf.
I've never seen Elf all the way through, and I plan on doing that next year.
Well, you're wrong.
Next year we will do a show on it.
You guys, it's nothing personal. I've watched movies with Dub. It's very hard to watch an entire movie all the way through with him.
Oh, shut up. You've watched a lot of movies with Dub. That was our first meeting together, was watching a movie together, actually.
But that was in a movie theater. You were confined by the rules of said theater. In your home,
who are you talking to?
It's all fair game with this guy.
Wow. What about you, Blythe?
My favorite character
from the crypt of your brain,
is the Grinch, Scrooge, all those the heroes, the real heroes of our Christmas stories.
Wow, you're playing it up today, aren't you, dude?
No, I don't know. I like all the like claymation animation. Guys.
Stop motion.
Yeah, the stop motion. Frosty, I love me. Yep, there you go, Christina. That we actually own that pack. Tara loves watching like a Christmas movie every day leading up to Christmas. So there's just so many characters out there. It's hard to pinpoint just a few, but if I would had to pick one, it would probably be Frosty the Snowman. He's timeless.
Nice. Courtney, what about you?
I have 3, but they're all together.
Okay.
I like.
You sound so nice about it.
I like the 3 ghosts in A Christmas Carol.
Which
the
version?
Ghost of it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Present, who I think might be my favorite of them all, depending on how he's portrayed, and then the Ghost of Christmas Future, because it's always interesting to see what version, how they portrayed them in each version. Because, you know what I mean? Like, the 3 that are portrayed in the George C. Scott Christmas Carol are entirely different from Buster Poindexter and Carol Kane in Scrooged.
So good.
And then, you know, like, you get Goofy in the Mickey one, and it's like, you know, I like to see how it shows up. My favorite portrayal of all of them is probably the Ghost of Christmas Present from George C. Scott, because it's just this massive man with this big booming voice.
Yeah, nice.
Which is cool for me.
And Satomi.
Yeah, hit me, baby, one more time. I'm about to get goofy with it. I'm just living on a prayer here. But, you know, before another one bites the dust, I'm going to say that I can't live with or without these particular characters.
Oh, God.
I'm a massive fan of all of the Rankin Bass characters. Yukon Cornelius, gold.
I like the dentist.
Nothing. I like the guy. I like his boss who goes, dentist. I love me some Heat Miser and Snow Miser. I love the Winter Warlock. You put one foot in front of the other. So I love those movies. I can watch them every year, and I do.
Outstanding.
Yep. And now
Love it.
we've come to the end of the road.
Oh.
Can't let go.
Okay. This is the end of our show, but before we close up, we're going to do our reveals. Let's see. So let's start with Chris. Does anyone have any guesses on what Chris's challenge was?
To mention Die Hard as many times as possible.
No, but that was a good one.
His opening, his opening,
Yeah.
his epic opening for every time he spoke.
His storybook.
You're close.
Be
Storybook
extremely existential.
Yeah, I think it was philosophy, and I can't believe I'm blanking on my geek boyfriend, the host of Star Talk, with the sexiest
Neil
voice on the
deGrasse
planet,
Tyson?
Neil
Neil deGrasse
deGrasse Tyson. So I think you needed to be Neil deGrasse Tyson right there. Or
Go
Carl
ahead, Chris.
Sagan.
Chris, go
My-
ahead and tell what it is.
Carl Sagan, I
My
love it.
challenge was that every time Dub asked me a question, I had to respond with a question.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
So I took inspiration from Stephen Colbert when he used to be on The Daily Show. When he'd do these a segment called This Week in God, he would start off by saying, "What is God? What is religion?" So that's the inspiration for that.
at first I thought you were Jeopardy. I thought you had.
That's a good one.
I thought about doing
That's a
that,
good
but
one.
that would have been too easy. I wanted
Yeah.
it to be like,
It was good.
a little
It was
challenge.
good. It was
That's
great.
good.
Okay,
well
Chris-
played.
Christina, anybody have any guesses on what Christina's was? No guesses?
I'm stumped.
She had to
Okay.
show her videos as many times as
Did
possible.
show her merch as often as possible.
That would have been a good one.
That was a good one.
Ooh.
Go
So,
ahead.
this was really hard for me. I had to disagree with Chris on everything.
You know what? That actually
I love Die Hard.
I
Buddy
did
is
think-
my favorite. Chris, listen to me.
It's amazing.
Our theater has the biggest, beautiful pipe organ. So you were picking all of my loves. Darn you.
Yes. Yes.
That was
That's amazing.
awesome.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, who wants to take a guess on Courtney's?
She had to change her glasses.
No, that was a good guess. That's not it. No.
She had to be a school marm.
Close.
Close.
She had to be mean to the listener feedback.
Oh, but no.
No.
I didn't think she was mean. I think she was about normal.
Oh.
Okay, Courtney, what was your challenge?
I had to respond to all of you like a mom.
You already do that.
I know.
Oh, it'd be
that's why I was
something you
like,
do. That's not fair.
I know.
Well, I was going to give her dad jokes.
That's why I teased you about not getting up because it felt like something a mom would do.
You would have done that anyway.
I know!
We're just Dub. Oh man, that's not your
Okay.
fault. That's Dub's fault.
That is Stubbs' fault.
It's
Ow.
always Dub's fault.
Merry Christmas, Dub. Okay, Blythe. Anybody have any guesses for Blythe? He did it
Sound
in the
effects.
beginning and then he stopped.
Sound effects. He had to do sound effects for everything.
Thank you,
There
Satomi.
you go.
That one's hard because I don't want to interrupt anybody by being ridiculous with just sound effects.
Isn't that all we do here?
Yeah, but
Kinda.
at least it
But
leads into
be
some kind of
ridiculous?
conversation. But if I just was in the middle of a conversation and went, boo!
We would think you were being normal.
Oh, that's
Kinda.
true.
Yeah.
I should have just leaned into that.
We're one big, happy, dysfunctional family here.
It's true.
Okay. Satomi, who wants to take the guess?
Musical Satomi.
She had to respond in all song titles.
Song titles.
Song titles, yeah.
They were actually, it went deeper than that. It was 80s and 90s song lyrics, and you guys didn't catch all of them because I wasn't using titles all the time. Just
I was trying
saying.
so hard not to sing. Oh my
Killing
god.
me.
Well, I knew what
mean-
they were, so I didn't want to like ruin it for everybody.
Maybe you're just too demanding.
Oh, maybe I'm just like my father.
Oh,
Too bold?
too bold, too bold.
Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Anyway,
Yeah. Did you have one?
Why
Dad?
do we scream
I
at
did
each
not.
other?
I was hoping somebody would give me a challenge, but no one.
This is
No,
what
he
it
just
sounds
wanted
like
to
when
watch
geeks
us.
cry.
I thought Courtney was going to give him a challenge.
Courtney always gives him a challenge.
I think
Yeah.
It's
his
true.
challenge going into 2021 should be not to say the P word the entire year.
Oh, yes. This is our
All year.
challenge.
Yep.
That's not gonna
He
happen.
might
it's
implode.
I mean, don't. Dub, what is a curse word? What is a
Curse
naughty word?
It's not.
I know, but I'm.
That is the line of that's kind of where I can cuss on this show.
That's it. That's what I'm going to take the editing back. And I am
That
going
ain't
to
gonna
bleep
happen.
him out every time he says it
With sound effects?
with
gonna
sound
have-
effects.
Yes. Like a drifter, he was
Right?
born to walk alone.
With that sound effect. You hear that? Woohoo! He just did. That's what I'm going to bleep it out with.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I'm never
awesome.
going to recover from Satomi today.
Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody! Happy holidays. Oh,
Bye,
yeah.
everybody.
I'm Dub,
Merry Christmas.
and I'm here with Courtney and Christina and Chris and Satomi and Blythe. Happy holidays! Love y'all. See you next year.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Merry ho-ho.
Christmas.
You have been listening to the latest episode of the iHeart Geek Show. Make sure you visit our website at www.iheartgeekshow.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you check us out on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And keep on geeking on to all of you geek rock stars.